is everything. Okay, not only in USMLE journey, but in your life. I mean, since it's a World Cup time, I again and again mention and I refer about cricket. I mean, timing plays a very big role in terms of kind of shots you play and kind of balls you are going to face and how you're going to manage yourself. Whether you can dodge them or whether you can flick for a sixer, it all depends on timing, right? So first thing what we have seen, in successful journey is to start early. So if you are in the first year, now is the time to start your USMLE preparation. If you are in second year, now is the time to prepare. Okay. If you are a third year, now is the time. So even if you have, it has become a eureka moment for you today that yes, USMLE is something I want to do. Do not waste a single day from now on, because there are a lot of things to be done in this USMLE journey, and you have to work towards those things in your profile in the next 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 years. All right. Make a timeline. One thing which we do in MOKSH, is do these timeline sessions with the students. When we plan, okay, this is your parallel commitment of a med school, a parallel commitment of your clinic, parallel commitment of a job. So when do you write your step 1, step 2 CK? What do you do about your CV? When do you do your clinical rotations? So making a timeline becomes very important in USMLE journey. Even if it's a 5-month timeline or a 5-year timeline, depending on your year of med school, but it is very, very important, because USMLE always is a parallel commitment. It's not it's not your med school where you have to appear exams every semester, or it is not your NEET PG or next exam where this is the date. Unfortunately, USMLE can be given every day throughout the year, Monday to Friday. So when to give step 1, when to register for the exam, when to take dates. I mean, I can't stress the importance of timing, and I can't give you examples. I mean, hundreds of students do this mistake very obviously. I mean, today every penny counts. People spend $1,000, book the exam date, and then they come to me, oh, I haven't solved a single question on the MOKSH bank. I have not solved a single question on the other few banks which we recommend. I haven't solved any NBME mock, and my exam is in next 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. That is not how you plan yourself. So it is important to make a timeline, discuss with your mentor on a regular basis, and rework this timeline every 6 months. So you know what, as per my initial plan, I was planning to write exam in June 2023, but unfortunately, something happened, in my family, or maybe my exam schedule changed, or I couldn't cope up with my internship. I had some heavy rotations. There can be n number of reasons. So calibration. Okay, you know what? Maybe this is not working, but let's have a new timeline, a revised timeline. Very, very important. One thing I tell all my students, stop seeing the macro picture always, all the time. When you make a timeline, once for all, have a macro picture. Okay, this is my journey next 2.5, 3 years. From then on, start breaking down your goals. Now that I know that I have to appear step 1 by June 2023, what do I do in the next week? What do I do a week after? What do I do a month after? So what I'm trying to tell you is your shorter goals, your micro goals become very, very important. It is highly recommended that you have a big picture initially and come to this big picture every 6 months. But otherwise, your small targets are the ones which you have to win. These are small battles. If you're going to win on a weekly basis, believe me, you will not realize when did you do your step 1, how well you made your CV, you will not realize that. So weekly and monthly schedule are a must. What will I do? What are my goals in the month of November? What are my goals in the month of December? Okay, you know what? At least I will make sure I will work on my these aspects of CV. I will for sure complete 2 organ systems, or maybe let's say 1,000 questions on the Q bank, or maybe incrementally increase my stamina. Let's say this week I will solve 1 block of step 1 mock exam. Next week onwards, I will start two blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks. I will improve my concentration, my time required to solve a question. I will try identifying, what are my weaknesses. So you should have your goals. Very, very important. I mean, I always tell my students, I don't know, many of you might have heard earlier, I have done in-person seminars in medical colleges across India. And one thing I always tell students, that USMLE or candidates who are successful in USMLE need not be gold medalist or a college topper. They are the ones, okay? As long as you are good in time management, you can be successful in USMLE. You might be a topper, but if you are not good in time management, this journey will look difficult for you. All right? So make sure you understand this very, very clearly. Plan for your clinical rotations. This has become a very important aspect of your overall profile. Plan for research. This again has become a very important part of your profile. Nothing will happen, like a magic wand. Oh, you know what? X professor is charging $3,500. If I pay, he will give me XYZ research project. Well, if you go and pay and buy such research, anybody can. What is the value of such research project? Where the professor is charging you $3,000, $4,000 and giving you publications. Do you think program based in the United States don't understand that? So you need to start looking out for opportunities from day one. By the time you reach, you are late into identifying these things. Okay, that is why I say start early. Okay,